Let's see. Is that better? Okay, there. I got it back. See, one of those days that nothing freaking works. You had a freaking thunderstorm come through. Geez, sorry guys. I apologize. Let's see if the sound comes through. There's no sound. Okay. You know what? It might have been better. It might have been completely better had we just not done this game. Oh, guys. Sometimes you just don't have it. Apparently, I don't have it today either. It's just one of those days where everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Oh, God. Did I just quote Stephen A. Smith? Because I believe I did. Um, Regardless of what we think, we're not going to win every game. You're going to have games where you look like total shit. That was our Cowboys today. Like I was saying, without any sound, the late, great Jim McKay, who coached the creamsicle Tampa Bay Buccaneers, famously said, we couldn't block anybody, we couldn't tackle, we couldn't run the ball, we couldn't complete a pass, but other than that, we played great. Now, what I will say is this, guys. For all those people who are ready to jump off the bandwagon, you're not real fans. Understand that nobody wins them all. Understand you're going to have bad games. A football season is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I'll be honest, what I saw happen today were a couple of things. One, the Denver defense is damn good. What they were able to do was put 8 men in the box, get pressure upfield, and make sure that Zeke Elliott, once he got the ball, had somebody staring him in the face. Most teams have tried to do that, but the problem they've had is they don't have the shutdown corners like Denver had. And Denver was actually able to blanket everybody, Des Bryant especially, and they just played a phenomenal game. Defense-wise, we got a few injuries early, and we got exposed. We have a lot of young guys. Trevor Siemian looked like John Elway. I will give you that one. We had some good plays here and there. But there's two things that really stand out because Demarcus Lawrence looks like a beast. Demarcus Lawrence got another sack, forced fumble that should have been a touchdown, as well as the craziest call out there. Now, I understand the nature of the rule. The center, of course, when he's hiking the ball for long snapping or for field goal, his head basically is in between his legs. And the rule is you can't hit that guy because his head is literally down and you're hitting him back in the neck, you break his spine and kill the guy. So that's the rule. He didn't hit him. What he actually did was he pushed down on him to try and get leverage to get up, and you're not allowed to do that. It's something that happens probably every extra point or field goal. It just happened to be that they called it on us, turned it into an unsportsmanlike conduct. 15 yards, gives them the first down, they go in and get the touchdown. That was a game changer. Another one was first down. We're driving. First down completion. They got Dez for pushing off. That was the weakest push-off call I've ever seen in my life. That was another game changer. He went from first down to 3rd and 14. Maybe had those two plays not happened, your momentum might have been a little bit different because you've got now holding them to a field goal. We get the ball. You have a chance to go ahead and get back into the game. Same thing with Des Bryant. What?
42-17.
Now, yes, Michael's letting me know the final score was 42-17, but, you know,
It is whatever.
hey, it doesn't matter if you lose by 1 point or 20 points.
The only thing is the three-way first place tie.
Yeah, okay, well, it at this point, the tie is not It doesn't really matter. Okay, it's too early in the season to even worry about that. But I'm trying to carry on a conversation here with two of it at all. But here's what bothers me, guys. Dak had one bad game. The team had a bad game. It happens. Andy Dalton had 4 interceptions his first game. Russell Wilson had 4 one time last year. Early part of the season last year, Aaron Rodgers, people were saying he had lost it. Understand, nobody is perfect. And for all you guys that are like, trade Dak, where's Tony Romo? You know what? Please, just unsubscribe to this channel. Because you guys aren't real fans. Understand that even our greatest teams have lost games. Understand that last week was a big emotional win. Flat out. We lost to the Giants 3 times in a row. They came out flat, playing at mile high, thin atmosphere. Denver jumped on them early, and it was hard to come back. Oh, okay. I didn't want to go there with that one.
Jerry Jones was about to cry, and Jason Garrett was a little bit
Yeah, okay.
I was like, really?
Yeah. I was actually doing a video in the bar. My wife was kind of like, there are people around you. And it's like, yeah, I'm doing my end of the evening video. Because here's the thing. Michael, if you'd like to join the show, please come over here and sit and join the show and talk. Otherwise, don't be so far away that people can't really hear you in the conversation.
Is it okay for your owner to be about to cry and you over here clapping? Is that okay?
I was going to get to that.
Is that okay? That's my question.
My wife and I were having a discussion on the way back. And here's my thing. A lot of football is coaching. The team truly did not look ready, and you can't say that's all the head coach. But the thing that I think about coaches that I like the most, coaches that made you dig deep within inside yourself, that made you believe the impossible, that knew when to put a foot in your ass and knew when to pat you on the ass. I do not see that with Jason Garrett. You are literally getting slaughtered out there. And like Michael pointed out, that Jerry Jones literally looked like he was crying. Jerry Jones, you could see, it looked like he had some kind of bad tick. You could just feel like, I can't believe we're getting beat this bad. And the emotionalist Jason Garrett.
Just only sit on the bench. What do you expect?
What the fuck was that? Excuse my language. What was that? I have said this before. To me, Jason Garrett feels like he's a little league coach. Good game, Johnny. We'll get him next time. Here's your participation trophy. We got the same Jason Garrett the day after we lost to Green Bay in the playoffs. I'm proud of our guys, the way they competed. Zeke Elliott did a phenomenal job. And dude, don't you have some emotion? Doesn't this stuff just tear your guts out? Seeing your team out there getting the crap beat out of them? Don't you want to throw something? Don't you want to yell at somebody and tell them that you're not doing a goddamn thing out there on the field? Some guys, and my wife was like, no, if somebody were to treat me differently than they treat somebody else, it would be wrong. No, you know what? You got to understand. Football is different than everything else. Football is about motivation. You have to get guys to want to run through a brick wall. Literally. You have to get guys who want to play above and beyond what they're capable of doing. You have to be able to get people to focus when all hell is breaking loose. That can keep them calm. I just don't see that with Jason Garrett. Now, don't get me wrong. This loss is on everybody. And I mean everybody on that team. The offensive line didn't do their job. They didn't open up holes for my man. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. This is about to get ugly. I don't know why my Skype's not working over here. Hold on. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Hang on, guys. Let me turn this on. Troll alert. This is going to get ugly. We have the moron Tommy freaking Eagle trying to Skype in. Why is my Skype not on here? Wait, what happened to my Skype? I don't remember my damn Skype thing. Forgive me, guys. I am definitely out of it tonight. Getting our ass kicked will do that to me. Okay. Tommy Eagle can't say anything. Oh, but he will. Let's see if it opens up. Let's see if it'll sign in. If not, you're going to have to pound sand, Tommy Eagle. The Eagles lost. Why are they worried about? I agree. Why are they worried about the Deadskins? Yeah, they won. They got one against the Rams. Bandwagon. Oh, definitely. Guys, you amaze me that how everybody is ready after one loss to go ahead and Well, Daniel, let's see how. Oh, we got the giant trolls are back. Let's see how you guys do when you guys play Denver, okay? Because you guys sucked ass against us. So, well, actually, let's see how you guys do against my other computer. You know, it seems like this is one of those days that nothing wants to work right today. Okay. Let's try and get him back on here. This is not going to be fun, guys. Oh, Lordy. Why do I do this to myself?
And they lost too.
Well, who would you like to have as our defensive coordinator then instead of Rod Martinelli? He's gotten a lot out of very little that we've had to work with. Rod wasn't out there missing those tackles. That was those guys out there missing those tackles. That was those guys who weren't covered. Your job as a coach is to put people in a position to win, and we were shorthanded on the defensive backfield, and we missed a lot of tackles. I mean, a lot of tackles. So I won't necessarily put that all on the defensive coordinator. I'll put that on guys not doing their job. It was a team loss all the way around. We got beat in all phases. John, I won't say that Dez has lost all his touch. That was just a shit sandwich of a game from everybody. I mean, everybody. Dez had some good moves. He had a couple of drop passes. He had some play call back. I'm not giving up on Dez right now, but he is getting a little bit older. Demarcus Lawrence, is coming along, becoming a war daddy. But other than Demarcus Lawrence having those 2 sacks, there wasn't a whole lot that was really good out there. So it is what it is. You're going to have games that you look bad. If you look back after last year with the New York Giant game, we looked like shit. Flat out. We looked terrible after the first game. And if you took the first quarter of the next game against San Francisco, we looked like crap there, but came back and won that game. So don't abandon the ship yet. Don't go ahead and say the hell with the Cowboys just yet, okay? We're only 2 games into the season. Take a look at New England. They got their lunch handed to them by Kansas City last week. They came back and bounced back this week. You have teams that looked really, really bad last week that look decent this week. And like I always try and tell you, you don't really know what team you have until really about October, because this is still kind of like preseason. Maybe the team had thought, hey, we're the greatest thing since sliced bread. We got it all together. We only have to show up. And that's when you get your butt beat. Oh, Carroll. Nolan Carroll did not look good at all. He definitely was not good. So we've got some work to do. We've got some coaching that needs to be done before next week with the Cardinals. So, yeah, well, the Lordy, Tim Tebow, XD. Okay, here we go. I got to tell you, that's one of those things that really bothers me, guys, is how quick our fans will turn on a guy. Think about 2015, where we were 4-12. 4-12. And all you guys are out there saying, oh, Tony Romo could have done so much better. Tony Romo couldn't stay on the field the last 3 years. Tony Romo lost in big games too. Or have you guys forgotten about the last time we played in Denver, where Tony Romo had a fantastic game until he threw the last pick and we lost it? I believe 52-47, something like that. So be happy that we have a quarterback. Take a look around the NFL with all these teams that, everybody this week was talking about. Sam Bradford was, the greatest thing since sliced bread, but Sam Bradford couldn't play this week after having a good game last week. You got Andy Dalton, who basically had to lead a mutiny to get rid of their offensive coordinator because they sucked so bad. You got Eli Manning, who looks like a turnover machine and can't do jack crap. So it's not exactly like Dak Prescott is here and every other quarterback in the NFL is up here. Give the guys a break. Understand, it's football. You have good games and you have bad games. Well, yeah, you're right about that, Ruzi. We actually have some winnable games in front of us. The Cardinals, although Carson Palmer had a good game, I believe today, threw for 300 yards, which I think it's the first time he's done that in a long time. The Cardinals aren't that great of a team. We got the Rams sometime in the near future. We have games that'll be good. And if you think about what a lot of the experts were saying, that with the schedule that we have, and we do have a tough schedule, and keep this in mind as well, teams want to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Teams are getting psyched up to play the Dallas Cowboys because they want what they have. They know everybody talks about the Dallas Cowboys. Those guys want to be the Dallas Cowboys, but the best thing they can do is beat the Dallas Cowboys. You don't think that Denver was pumped up for this game? Then you are nuts. They gave us everything they had and then some. This is like the Super Bowl for those guys right now. So understand, we're not going to win 16 games. My prediction was 10-6 because of the schedule we're playing. We were playing Denver in Denver with a great defense. Oh, Jason, I agree with you, man. And that's where they aren't real fans of the team. These are some of these same guys that are turning on the team now were the same ones that, hoped that Dak Prescott would get hurt or would do bad so Tony Romo could get back in. And to me, that's not a fan of a team. If you're a fan of the team, it doesn't matter who's wearing the jersey. It's the jersey that counts and hoping that that team wins. So, yeah, we do have some fans that are not real true blue fans, but that is, what it is. Taco is a bust. Well, you know what, Chlorine Bleach? You want to know who's a bust? Try your tackle, Flowers. That's a bust, in case you want to know. 2 games into an NFL career, it's a little early to call anybody a bust, but I'm just saying. Well, speaking of the Patriots, it looks like Gronk has gotten injured again. Surprise, surprise. Oh, yeah, first take. Well, you know what? I'll be a man, and I'll take first take tomorrow. They will be ugly. But, hey, I am one that no matter win or lose, I'll be here defending my Dallas Cowboys. Flat out. So, all those fair weather fans, those giant trolls that are coming back in here right now because the Cowboys lost, you know what? You guys can go suck it because you weren't man enough to show up when your team lost last week. But I'm here. I was here at the beginning of the game. I was here at halftime, and I'm here after the game. Oh, here we go. All right.
I didn't know you were live still.
Tommy Eagle. Tom, how you doing, man? Answer the question.
I'm pissed off with the Eagles' offensive line because they played like dog shit today.
Oh, really? Wait.
Should have beat today.
Oh, I thought you were calling to go ahead and give me crap.
No, I'm not going to be crap, but what I'm going to do is this.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. My opinion of this.
We're getting an Eagles fan's opinion.
I was listening to you today on your live stream. I didn't get to watch the whole game.
Okay.
Am I moving around? Let me set this camera down. So, you say Dak Prescott just had a bad game today. But the way I see it is they took Ezekiel Elliott out of the game today. I don't know how they did it because I didn't watch it.
Well, here's what they Denver actually, they played it perfect, okay? What they were able to do was put 8 men in the box, and they shot the gap. So literally, as soon as Zeke Elliott got the ball, somebody was staring him in the face every single time. And they were able to have man-on-man coverage that blanketed the guys. I have not seen anybody cover the way they covered everybody. And then we had a couple of bad calls in there. The defense couldn't hold worth shit because we had a couple of bad calls our way. We ended up having terrible rush lanes. I mean, it was one of those things that it was just a shit sandwich all the way around for my team. And hopefully it'll be a learning experience. But, it's football. You still there, Tommy? Sounds like we lost your sound there, Tom. Tommy, no sound from you, buddy. Well, that's the best thing I've ever heard from an Eagle fan. Tommy, I got no sound from you, man. No sound there, buddy. Try and call me back. Okay. So, wait a minute. Let me try and call Tommy the moron back. Okay, we lost the sound from him. He's actually kind of pissed off as well about his team losing. Let me try this one more time because Tommy is a moron, but he actually will tell the truth. Oh, let's see, Tommy.
How's that?
Oh, there. Okay, we got Tommy back. There. Okay, we got Tommy back, who's going to give us the real lowdown on our Dallas Cowboys. He believes that Tony Romo is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott and feels that Dak Prescott is overrated. Now, back to being overrated. Carson Wentz, did he fumble the ball 3 times today? He froze up on that one. Tommy?
My battery's down. I'm going to plug my phone in right now, Mark. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready for this at all.
Okay. Only a moron would call into a show with a dead battery, but I'm just saying.
I was driving when I called. I was on my way back. I was trying to catch you guys before you signed off.
Anthony, I agree with you 100% how after one game, people are just ready to just give up on us.
It's just one game. It's stupid to give up on.
Well, you guys know you've been an Eagle fan forever and have never won a Super Bowl, but you still are diehard. And see, that's what I love about Eagle fans. Win, lose, or draw, they are always
Super Bowl on my face, Mark. Stop.
No, I didn't mean to do it as an insult. I'm just saying to show how big a fan that you guys are, that you guys will be there, win, lose, or draw, supporting your team. And nobody better not say crap about them or you're going to kick their ass. My fans, I got to tell you, I'm disappointed in a lot of them. A lot of them are here, fire this guy, get this guy. And it's like, dudes, what happened to supporting your team? Understand that you can have a bad freaking game, but apparently you're not allowed to do that as a Cowboy.
One game.
Well, I'll be honest. I didn't see your game because I was traveling to go watch ours.
That game was close.
Give me a recap on that. I know it was a close game. I heard that Carson Wentz fumbled 3 times.
Yeah, he had pressure all day long, and at the end of the game, he threw a pass, bounced off someone's helmet. They were right in scoring position. Boom, they scored, went up.
Oh.
No, it was close. It was a defensive game up until the end. But he's got to stop fumbling the damn ball. The offensive line's got to play. They played like shit today. Shit. And I've been talking them up, too.
Okay.
So, I think it's 50 games tomorrow. I'm gonna take some shot at you, a couple shots at you guys.
Hey.
But the Giants, we play the Giants this week, so it can be mostly on them.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a big one.
Is there any Giants fans watching right now?
Oh, believe me, the Giant trolls are back now because the Cowboys lost. They weren't man enough to show up after their team got their butts kicked by the Cowboys. But, although, no, don't get me wrong, because some of you have been in here after the game, but see, like Cruising, you've been missing in action since that game. In fact, I'm not sure you did show up after the game, but you haven't been here since then. But some of you guys are now coming back, like cockroaches. But hey, it is what it is.
We'll see after tomorrow night.
But yeah, we'll see how they play tomorrow night because I will definitely be riding you guys tomorrow.
I think they're going to beat the Lions. I do. I hate to say it, but I really think they are.
They may, but you never know.
I'll tell you what they ain't going to do. They're not going to win next week.
Of course, I don't
They know it.
Shots fired at you guys already. Mark, I was. Yeah, Daniel, you were here. Yes, you were here. Cruising, actually, you were here because I think you actually gave me a super chat. So let me take that one back. Now, some of you other Giant fans that are in here trolling, y'all can go pound sand because you weren't here. Yeah, I'm trying to read some of these comments. Rest in peace, bandwagon. Okay. Dak will be all right. Here's the thing, and you can understand this too, Tommy. Sometimes you have a game like that, it can get you to refocus. You had an easy game because you played the dumpster fire that is the Washington Redskins. But then when you go through and you have a game like this, sometimes it can get you refocused onto thinking that, what, we haven't gotten there. We don't, we're not owed anything. We've got to show up every freaking week. And that's maybe the case between both of our teams that, we have to refocus.
You think that, with Wade Phillips, he knows the Cowboys really well. Being the former defensive coordinator there, they have a little bit of a blueprint on how to play you guys.
You made actually a great point right there because he definitely did. And it's not like Jason Garrett does anything any different. Jason Garrett has been one of the most vanilla. Tommy, I've never had any love for Jason Garrett. And seeing him after seeing Jerry Jones literally just about crying up there in the stands, he's still up here clapping. Good job, Johnny. We'll get him next time. Man, get the fuck out of here with that crap. I'm telling you, he's like a little league coach. Everybody gets a participation trophy for showing up. Man, the hell with that. Show me some freaking emotion on the sidelines. Throw a clipboard down. Cuss an official. Do something other than clap. Am I wrong? Look, Tommy's over here laughing at me. But I'm right. The guy's got no emotion other than its damn smile and clap. Get out of here.
Wow.
Oh.
What the? Well,
Tommy, I'm going to send you a tripod there, buddy.
Listen, I just walked in. I literally just walked in when you called me. I didn't think you were going to call me till
Well,
So tomorrow, later.
well, no, you had Skyped in, you made a Skype call to me and said, "Oh, well, let me call you back here because I figured you wanted to rub it in my nose about the Cowboys getting their lunch handed to them."
That's the right cause today. Who am I to rub anything in? I did want to make the point about Elliott not being a factor in the game and Prescott not doing anything, but she said my wife, my wife's as diehard as you are.
Oh, yeah.
Told me that he was getting hit a lot today.
Oh, he had no room. It wasn't on.
One of those hits was scary too.
And I tell you what, we're lucky we still have a quarterback because Dak got sacked one time with his legs back behind him, and I thought for sure it was going to be a knee injury and that he was going to be gone. I'm sorry. He
get rattled.
Well, he got tackled, but his legs were behind him and he got bent backwards. I thought for sure the knee was gone. I thought, and it ended up being that they ended up wrapping up his ankle and stuff. But I think he kind of got rattled, and I don't think he's been hit like that before. He really hasn't been hit like that. Period. As a pro, it was just an ugly, ugly game all the way around, and I'll just chalk it up as that.
That offensive line, as good as it is, and you have probably one of the top, the Elliott's one of you could arguably say he's the best running back in football. How does he get 8 yards on 9 carries today? I don't understand that.
I'm telling you, Denver came to play without a doubt. Denver came in there and they cleaned our clock. That's all I can tell you.
Well, next week's a good bounce back game for you if you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Cardinals definitely. All right.
They need to.
Okay, Tommy, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my fans, say goodnight to them, and I'm going to go cry myself to sleep.
It should be okay. Bye, Cowboy fans.
All right. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, this was one. This is not how I like to have the weekend here or start. This was definitely ugly. Cowboys did not show up tonight, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that the Cowboys can get their act together. They'll regroup, and they'll get ready to play a game next Monday night. That's a good point that, Sean, that Ron Leary could give our schemes, definitely. Because I got to tell you, it seemed like, Sean, you may have made more sense than anything else. Because it seemed like Denver knew what the plays were before the Cowboys did. They were literally in the right position for everything. And it's quite possible that Ron Leary did take the playbook with him because it doesn't look like it's changed a whole lot from where it was last year. Richard, I am with you 100%. I can't stand, bandwagon fans that one loss that they're ready to say the hell with the Cowboys. I'm not happy. Believe me, I am definitely not happy about us losing. I hate it. It will drive me crazy. I will be pissed off in the morning because the Redskins won as well. But I'm not ready to say the hell with the team. I'm going to support them all the way around. I'm going to say we need to do better. But I'm not going to throw everybody under the bus. But we have a lot of people that are. And there are problems that we have that we can correct. It's a long season, guys. And if you look at the NFC East, got to tell you, ain't nobody out there impressing me. The Eagles beat the Redskins, the dumpster fire that it is, but the Redskins beat the Rams. Rams aren't good. The Redskins aren't good. The Giants, well, we've already got them beat, and I got to tell you, that offense of theirs stinks. Their defense may be overrated. By the look of what we did today, their defense may be way overrated. And the Eagles, they still have a ways to go, regardless of what you hear from the talking heads. So tomorrow is going to be a rough day. All of ESPN and NFL Network, all those guys are going to have the smug look on their face. But quite frankly, you're going to Denver and playing there. Not an easy place to play for anybody. Okay, Libra. Mark Sanchez is greater than Dak. Yeah, okay. We've got the trolls in the house. Yeah, Ron Leary probably sold out and gave him our plays. I guarantee you that.
He got hurt.
Joseph, you're 100% right on that. Yeah, we just couldn't seem to, I don't know what it was, but we just couldn't seem to get anything going tonight. I've got unfortunately, watching in the sports club, it was great. And it was great to see, like Jacob over there and meeting some of the other guys and stuff. I had a great time there. But I really miss being actually in the man cave and being able to watch the game directly and focus on there with the TV right in front of me and being in here. And maybe, just maybe, I tell you, instead of blaming everybody on the Cowboys, maybe you need to blame me and Joe Boo. And Michael, my son, turns out he's getting superstitious as well. Can you grab Leroy?
He's going back to California, too.
Okay. Believe it or not, a guy with a voodoo doll is superstitious. This is Leroy here, my son's dog.
Named after Sean Lee.
Yeah, who was named after Sean Lee. He has a Cowboy jersey. And usually when we're watching the game, that dog is on my son's lap and everything else watching. So he's like, you know what? We're missing the mojo from Leroy.
Hey.
And I'm thinking back to the 2015 season.
And I didn't have him in 2015.
The 2015 season, every week I would go to the DMV fan club and watch the game. And every week we lost. Last season, I watched every game here. And we had a great day. Great season. I don't know. I can't say it had anything to do with it, but I know Joe Boo didn't have his homemade wings. We had some ones at the pub. Not the same. They were okay. I agree with Michael. They were okay. They weren't the same as Joe Boo's. We weren't here in the man cave trying to spread some mojo. We didn't do our game day cooking like we usually do. And we certainly didn't have our really good rum. Unfortunately, the only dark rum they had was Captain Morgan's. And got to tell you, that's some shit. So maybe we pissed off the football gods, Joe Boo. Maybe I need to get DirecTV. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys, 50 passes is not the way you want to win with our offense. It's just not. It's not sustainable. We couldn't get anything going. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's been one of those days. Don't, Mark, never go to that pub again. No, it's true. Because the game wasn't going to be on here live, and I've got 2 jobs that are going to be a nightmare. God, they're going to be a nightmare. I'm going to be working 6 p.m. till 4 a.m. Monday through Thursday, as well as doing another project during the day. So I've been spending most of the day getting ready for these projects and stuff starting tomorrow. And with the game not being on, I wanted to check out this fan club and figured watch the game there. So maybe it's on me, Joe Boo, and Leroy for the loss. And I'm willing to take that personally. Give me the loss. Leave the Cowboys alone. They're going to be okay. I agree. It's a wake-up call. Where was Morris? Having Morris wouldn't have made any better than Zeke Elliott. There were no holes to run in.
He can't get holes even more.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, I didn't see that. Sorry. There's so many comments these days, and I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything. It's actually hard to keep up with them, and I have been busy because life has just been getting in the way for me. I've got a lot of things that are going on, and I don't always get see everything. Wish I had seen that DirecTV login. I would have been kind of cool to kind of pirate that from. And I agree, Taylor. If the Cowboys can bounce back easily next week, and this is forgotten. It's just one game of 16, so don't give up the faith. I do have large shirts. I mean, I've got large, I've got extra large, and I've got 2XL. So, Jason, I mean, how much larger do you need? You need bigger than that? Let me know. If you go to my website up here, it's up here on this side. Or is it? No, it's up on this side. It's always backwards from where I'm looking. But if you go on the website there, definitely can order one. I actually had a few people pick up some tonight, and I appreciate that because I'm actually working on getting a new computer for live streaming, so that way I'll be able to do things a little bit better. Marquez, I don't believe anybody was focused tonight. This was just a bad game all the way. Carroll definitely did not show much at all. and you saw some of the youngness with our rookies. But we did get another interception. We did get a couple of sacks, so there's that at least. Well, Calvin, here's the thing. In my life, I've had a lot of bad things that have actually happened to me. I've been burned. My legs from the knee down had third-degree burns. They had to literally take the skin off my thighs and put it back on it. I had to raise my kids, my son and my daughter, from when my son was 5 and my daughter was 3, while I was learning how to walk again because I had a flesh-eating bacteria. And while I was recovering from that, I lost a job that I really enjoyed doing. Some people spend all their time worrying about situations. But what I've learned is worrying never fixes anything. The only thing you can do is come up with the best plan that you can, act on it, and if that doesn't work, come up with another plan. That's the only way you're going to ever fix anything. Sitting there worrying about, oh, my Cowboys are terrible, oh, they suck, we're going to lose. It doesn't do anything. It's counterproductive. It's putting out in the universe that you don't believe. I believe. I know we got a lot of work to do. I know we got to do better than what we did today. We got to show up better than that. I know we got to practice and get the shit right. And that's how we get out of this funk. But worrying about it's never going to fix it. So I'm not going to fly off the handle. I'm going to be upset because I'm passionate about my team. I love my team. I hate seeing this happen. My buddy Lawrence is going to be giving me all kinds of crap. I'm surprised he hasn't called me already. But it is what it is. It's just one loss. So hopefully next week we win and this game's forgotten. Yeah, Carroll was definitely cheaper and younger and poorer playing. Yeah, and that's the only, Sean, that's the worry I have right now. It seems like our young guys, they've shown flashes, but they can't stay healthy. And that's the problem we've had with, Morris Claiborne. He showed flashes, but could never stay healthy. Well, yes, that game was definitely an embarrassment. It should be called out. Well, DC has, maybe I jinxed us talking about the Giants, but okay. All right. But you stayed in the bubble. Okay. I guess maybe you're right on that one. But after getting flack for 9 months from those Giant fans, listening to it all off season and the week of it, sorry, I had to go ahead and give some of that crap back. It was only natural for me to want to go ahead and get a little payback, and maybe I should have risen above the fray and act like I've been there before, but sorry, just can't do that. Trevor Simeon, true goner, I got to tell you, he looked like John Elway against stuff, man. That was embarrassing. Yeah, go ahead and get my man there talking about Dak. Okay. Oh, shit, Giants fans, I love that. Zeke's fat as hell. Yeah, well, he didn't eat much tonight. John, you bring up a real good point. Mile high, of course, you got that that thin air, the high atmosphere. You had the rain delay that came through there. And I got to tell you, that defense of Denver, I don't know the last time I've seen somebody play that well because they were spot on all night long. They did not give Dak, they didn't get to Dak that many times, but Dak was running for his life. So hats off to Denver. And I won't say that, it was all us. It was Denver not allowing us to be us. Oh, yeah, Shannon Sharp will be, those guys are going to have a fun week this week. Cruising 26. I'm not an Eagles fan, idiot. Okay. Our defense, Anthony, here's the thing. Our defense is young. Very, very young. We actually got a pass rush going, but here's the problem. In football, you can have 10 guys do everything right, but if one guy breaks down, it can be a long touchdown. And what happened a lot of times there was We get a good pass rush, but we did not have pass rush lane control. And by that I mean you got your ends that are crashing upfield, and you have one of your tackles that's going, inside, and it leaves a hole in the defensive pass rush. It's a lane for that quarterback to throw in or run through, and that's what happened. We didn't have rush discipline, and you've got to have that. You have to make sure that when it comes rushing, that everything is collapsing in the middle on the pocket. You leave one gap, the quarterback's sooner and gone. And that's what happened. And that's the problem with having a lot of new guys that haven't played together. You've got Demarcus Lawrence didn't play last year much because he was injured. Then you've got Stephen Paya, who's back with the team and new and things like that. So you've got a lot of guys that haven't played together. They will be fine. Give them time. Because the thing that you have to like that they did do is they were able to get off the ball and get upfield. It wasn't like they were getting pushed down the field 10, 15 yards. It was just that they weren't in the right positions and the right defenses weren't called. Denver called a great game plan. They came through and they cleaned their clock. And Michael, you just hit the nail on the head too. At least it was an AFC team and not an NFC East team. If this had been the Giants or the Redskins or the Eagles, it would have hurt us a whole lot more than losing to AFC team. Cruising, you're doing a whole lot of talking tonight. Well, I think our offense needs to definitely step up the play calling a little bit. I think, and somebody else pointed out, Ron Leary knows this offense like the back of his hand since he was a starter all last year. Definitely could open up the playbook for the rest of them. Keela, everybody sucked today for the Dallas Cowboys. Not just our offensive coordinator. Everybody sucked on that field. From the trainers down to the ball boy and everybody in between. Everybody freaking sucked today. Well, for me, it seemed like everything that could go wrong was going wrong early. I had problems, just like right here, sound problems with the system. Trying to live stream from the club, the Wi-Fi wasn't working there. It was just one of those days that, just shit happens. What playbook? He calls the same plays. You may have a point there. Joshua, I'm sorry, it wasn't Joshua, but here's the problem with firing the whole coaching staff now. It's too late for the season. You've got the coaching staff that we have. There's no point in saying we should fire all the coaching staff. Nobody's going to go ahead and fire everybody right now and start all over. That's what you do at the end of the season. So we have what we have here. Now, Aaliyah, that's one of those ones that I kind of said I wouldn't mind seeing because we have players and stuff that maybe we need a coach with a different point of view and a different attitude, maybe a little fire to get these guys motivated. Chucky might be the guy to do that. I feel you, my man. It's just bad. It's so bad that I even remember to get Joe Boo a refill. Because I tell you what, maybe that was the problem. Joe Boo was giving some shit rum. Joe Boo, there's a little refill for you there, buddy. Like Kirk Cousins. What are we talking about Kirk Cousins for? Are you kidding me? We need to put Switzer in. Well, Switzer's in for kickoff returns. Dez did catch a few passes there. I don't know what you're saying. He didn't catch a single one. Dart Lover, they're working him. But Switzer is on the field on kick returns, on punt returns and kickoff returns, and they're working him into it because remember he didn't play much as far as preseason goes. He was injured with a hamstring, so they're taking their time at bringing him on, into the offense. You don't just go ahead and take him and throw him out to the wolves. I got that one finger point down. Okay, thanks. I didn't realize I had. Appreciate that. Oh, wow. So much hate out here, guys. It's sad. Okay, Salvador. Um, remember, guys, it's only one game. I mean, geez. You don't seem. I always like to equate football with things in my life. And as I look back, when you start getting my age, you start looking back on things that have happened to you and things that you've done. And doing this right here is actually amazing if you think of where I've come from and just being able to be here and carry a conversation to work with the computer and figure out the stuff because I face kind of long odds. And I've been told many times you can't do it. I remember when I first started doing YouTube and I'd have a video and might have 5 or 6, views on it. People would say, "Man, you suck. You're wasting your time. You can never do this. Nobody will ever want to watch you. You're an idiot. You're an old guy with a fucking doll." But yet, I didn't give up. This channel's been around since 2012. Of course, I didn't post as much as I do now, but I kept working at it. I kept trying to get better. And every day, I do get better. And I believe it's true with almost anything that you want to do. If you work hard enough, if you dedicate yourself and you're going to say, "I can do it," it may not be pretty at first. You're going to stumble along the way. You're going to make mistakes. But in the end, you can get there. So anybody out there that's saying that this team can't go to a Super Bowl 2 weeks in, you don't know jack crap about football. Because it's not how you start in football. It's how you finish in football. There have been teams that have started out 4-0 and look like world beaters not to win another damn game the rest of the season. There have been teams that have started out 0-4 and make it to the playoffs. Those New York stinking Giants, they went to the Super Bowl as a wild card, beat us, a number 1 seed, went on to play a 17-0 New England Patriots and beat them. And God, you don't know how much it hurts to use that as an example. So anybody that says we can't do something, you don't know football, because football is this game that, against all odds, things can happen. So you can believe that if you want. I never said that for sure the Dallas Cowboys could be there this year. I said they have enough talent. And if the ball bounces the right way, they get a couple of breaks and a couple of calls, that they could be there at the end, possibly. But I do know this. There's a lot of talent on the team, that it's just a matter of putting it all together in that perfect storm that they can win it. But I know this. Next 4 or 5 years with the people that they have been putting on there, as they mature and play together, they're going to be a team to reckon with. And their stock is going up. Can't say that about the New York Giants. Can't say that about the Redskins. I might say that about the Eagles. So I have faith in the team. Any of you who don't, well, maybe you need to find another team. Well, Salvador, the Super Bowl is what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it? And one of the things that I did this channel for is because I hear a lot of crap and misconceptions on the talking heads. And I like to at least point out another point of view. So that's what I do. If you're not into it or if it bothers you, there are plenty of other channels that you can go to and get exactly what you want. I'm going to do what I feel like I should do. So that's it in a nutshell. But with that being said, we have literally been on here for an hour. We have taken our medicine. We have vented. And it's now time to move on to the Cardinals, because that's who we got to face next week, and we need to get a win in the worst way. So, friends, thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. All you guys that I met tonight at the sports club, appreciate all the support, and thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the report. And we'll be fine, guys. Believe that. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful week at work or whatever you're going to be doing. See you then.